those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
No more distractions. It's time to get this one started as here we go. Super Bowl 61 is underway. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
The game's first play brings up second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize the strategic.
And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll bring up a second down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Got an open man here, and it's KJ Hamler.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Edwards-Helaire. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jordan. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Back to throw. Jordan. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Oh, nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving him. He's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here playing the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job seeing he got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have...
Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. It's going the other way.
And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Looking to throw. Jordan. The open man is Westbrook. Touchdown! A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Bulls are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So the drive there took 6 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here.
I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick-6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick-6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick-6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith at the Tampa Bay. their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison in the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing now is Mahomes. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. Fighting his way through contact. Kansas City touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 76 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. On 1st and 10, Jordan, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Schmidt. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This is caught. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Mahomes going to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. K.J. Hamler there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
To throw on second down. Jordan. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on first down. Jordan. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off inside the 5. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
And this has been hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Schmidt. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And here comes Westbrook. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jordan. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy. He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Jordan eluding the pressure right. It's caught right side. Dixon. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Touchdown! It's complete. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Bulls are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these 2 teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. KC's offense ready to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Mahomes now to throw.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it a 2nd down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
85 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right?
To make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jordan. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside.
Into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break up the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. A first down and more for Edwards-Helaire. And down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 5 now. Mahomes, he finds his man, complete. That's Schmidt. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And a lead now up to 14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl. They go play action here on first down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Off play action. Jordan. And he's got this to Jefferson. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. And a huge play that time. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bulls have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. KJ Hamler, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jordan. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 26 yards. And the Bulls have cut it back within a score. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Looking to throw. Finding Hardman here over the middle. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Powers through. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Mahomes. He finds his man complete. It's Schmidt. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard. A little under a minute to go. And they have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on first down. Completes this to Jefferson. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And they'll begin by running the option. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely Do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
All right, the Packers are now on the clock. Okay, the Eagles on the clock now. Okay, it's the Falcons now on the clock. And the Texans now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? The Bills on the clock now. What direction will they go? The Cowboys now on the clock. All right, the Seahawks are now on the clock. The Dolphins now on the clock. All right, now on the clock, the Giants. Okay, the Bears are on the clock now. On the clock now, it's the Titans. The Bulls are on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Bulls are on the clock. Okay, the Chiefs are on the clock now.